Welcome back, everyone. I'm D Depressed Eeyore, and this is Gensokyo Horror. I'm trying to finish this game today, but you've noticed I've been not having the best of luck. Alright, so we're going to start with upkeep phase. So one thing I can go ahead and do is go ahead and just pop this Voice of Ra here. And I'll go ahead and pop this, I'll spend my one focus to get back one sanity. So I pretty much just paid the cost of the Voice of Ra. I'll do a spell check. This is going to be at -1. I have lore of 4, +2 from Glass of Morland, so that's 5. And +1 from Byakuran. So I roll 6 dice. I'll just roll these dice over here. That is a success, so I get +1 to all skill checks. Okay, upkeep for Akyu. Nothing I need to do with her. Next is Ren, nothing for her, and oh, also I do get $2, and I need to see if I keep the retainer for Yuki. She gets to keep it. All right, and Yumiko is still doing her thing. Okay, next is movement. Where is Yuki? Yuki is all the way down here. All right. For her, I'm going to send her to probably fight some Dark Young. Oh, that's nightmarish. Screw that. It's doable. I will be -1. I don't have any plus to combat check is the problem. I can kill one, but killing the other will be a lot more difficult. So tell you what, I'm not going that way. We can go... Is there anything else here that's worthwhile? I can hang out in Alice's house. So yeah, I'll tell you what, I'll just stay here. And, see how things go from here. Next is Akyu. Akyu, I need you to get to a gate and actually do things. I mean, I know that's kind of strange for you, but it'd be very, very helpful. So I'm going to move 1. Is this gate easier to close? No. Easiest gates to close are down here, but that's fine. And then 2. And I will spend 1 movement and use this magnifying glass to... Oh, I could have used the magnifying glass to get another clue token, but that's okay. I'm down to 4 sanity. I'll do a lore check at -1. I get +2 from the magnifying glass, so that's... I'm at 6 dice for that. If I succeed, I can get a sanity, or I'll lose a sanity and get a clue, which I've already reduced, and I have 5 clues again. That's all my movement, unfortunately, but that's okay. For Ren's going to be fighting this Night Gaunt, so I'll do a horror check at -1. I get +1 from Akyu's ability, and I get +2 because of Hina's ability. So I have 4 dice. I succeed. Next is combat at -2. I have +2 combat from Hina, so I roll 5 dice in total. Oh, sorry, I get +2 from Hina and +4 from martial arts. So that's 9 dice in total. I will just, I guess I should roll all of them because this thing's toughness 2. So 9 dice. That's more than enough to kill it, so it dies. So now we have 6 toughness in monster trophies, which is great. Next is Yumiko. I'm going to go ahead and send Yumiko this way. And she's actually going to see about trying to fight these things here. This is a dull. Okay, physical resistant and magical resistant. That's really annoying. And this thing is a Shoggoth. That's nightmarish. Okay, so let's start with the Shoggoth first, because it's the lesser of evils. So this is going to be a horror check at -1. I get +1 from Hina's ability, and that's pretty much it. I should be able to survive this, hopefully, possibly, maybe. So I'll roll 2 dice. I succeed, so I lose 1 sanity from Nightmarish. Next is the combat check at -1. I get +6 from this Gladius, because it's +5 because I have an empty hand. I have 2 empty hands, technically, because I have 4 hands. And I get +1 because of Hina's ability of improving weapons, and this gives +5, so this is 11 here, and then 5 here, that's 16, then 17, then 18, then -1. So I have 17 dice for this. I will just roll. I have 17 dice, and this is 10 here. So I'll just roll 10 first. Alright, that's 1 success. Alright, and then I need to roll another 7, which I'll just roll over here. So that's... Alright, that is 4 successes. That's enough to kill a Shoggoth. So Shoggoth is dead. Next is the Dole. Dole are super annoying. They're pretty tough. As you can see, they do tons of damage, and they're also physical and magical resistant. So all good stuff. Alright, in this case, it's another horror check at -1. I will go ahead and spend a token to get +2 to my I'll get +2 to my horror checks. Excuse me. So this will give me with Akiyu's support, I get 4 dice. So 4 dice for this. Barely succeeded. I still lose 1 sanity because of Nightmarish. Next is the combat check. This is at -3, and it has physical and magical resistance. So half of 6 is 3, half of 5 is going to be 3. So this is going to be 6, 11, 12, 13 dice in total, I think. Let me check that again. So that's 6. So it's half rounded up for each item. So it's 3, 3, so 6, 11, 12, 13. So 13 dice. And then -3, so that would be 10 dice. I need 3 successes with 10 dice. So here is 10 dice right here. But if I fail this check, it's going to kill me. So I'm going to go ahead and use this last token to get and use up the last of this Chime of Ra to get additional +2. So I'm rolling 12 dice, and I need 3 successes. So hopefully that's good enough. Here goes nothing. Just barely enough. It has overwhelming 1, but Sakya ignores it. So I kill that. And then I fall through the gate and end up in the abyss, which is fine by me. Alright, and then that is all the movement for this round. So next is encounters. Yuki's going to get an encounter over here at Alice's house. Alice offers to teach you the spell you need. You may pay $5 to search the spell deck and take any 1 card you want. If you turn down the offer, nothing happens. Okay, so nothing happens. Next is Akiyu. Akiyu's in the streets, nothing happens. Ren's in the streets, nothing happens. And then Otherworld Encounters is going to be for Yumiko. This is red and green. That is not red or green. That is a monster appears. So we're going to go ahead and fight ourselves a monster. It's a cultist. Okay. I'm just going to roll these dice here. It is... Oh, wait, sorry, I can't do that. Cultists have magic immunity right now. So these weapons here don't do anything. So what I have instead is I have 5 fight, +1, +1. So I have 7 fight, and then +1 die from the cultist modifier. So actually I just need to roll these 8. And I still killed it. It does have overwhelming because of medicine's ability, but Yumiko is immune to overwhelming, thanks to Sakya. Alright, and now we draw an encounter. This is Hidden House, which is going to cause another monster surge. Not much we can do about that. So let's go ahead and start distributing monsters again. There are 1, 2, 3 monsters on the board right now. So it's going to spawn exactly enough to get the monster limit. So 1, 2, 3, and we'll put the last one there, 4. Okay, next is movement. None of those move. None of those move. Nothing moved. Alright. And all gas, link spiders, and moonbeast are in Gensokyo Return of the Cup. There are none of those on the field right now, so nothing to worry about. Okay, next is, and we move the first turn to you. Okay, next is upkeep. We'll just go ahead and do that. And yeah, that's pretty much it for that. Next is Rin. Rin's got no upkeep to worry about. Yumiko's got no upkeep. And Yuki has this. I'm just going to do the same thing I did before and do another spell check. This is at -1, +2 from that, +1 from that, so 6 dice. She gets +1 to all skill checks. Okay. And next is, and I'm going to exhaust that to get back a sanity. Also, I get $2 from the retainer. I'll see if I get to keep it. I do get to keep it, and that takes care of all of that. Okay, next is movement. That monster surge actually kind of screwed me because I can't get past these monsters. That's actually super annoying. That's really, really annoying. I was just going to send her through the gate so I can actually, solve the problem. But 1, 2, 3. 1 second. Sorry about that. I never turn off my Steam overlay. Anyway, instead of moving to the streets, I'm just going to go to River's Edge. Or, let's see, how much stuff do I have? Let's go to Muinzuka. Alright, so that takes care of that. What else we got going? That's pretty much it for our movement. But yeah, all these monsters are blocking Akyu, which is kind of a problem. Next is Ren. Ren, you can go and get herself another ally. Why not? Might as well. Next is Yumiko. Yumiko is going to move over 1 space. And that's the Abyss. And Yuki, there's not really anything I need to do with you either. I'll just let you hang out. Well, actually, go to Kirasami Magic Shop. You can go hang out there. What's that place got for you? It's got weapons and stuff. That's cool. Alright, so that is all the movements. Next is encounters. We'll start with Muinzuka. Kamachi brings you across the river for your investigation, but she isn't around to bring you back. Game will include token, but you are delayed. Sheesh, Akyu. Alright, you're delayed. Enjoy. Next is Rin. I'm going to go ahead and cash in these trophies and this gate and get myself another ally of my choice. Let's search. What can I get? There's a bunch of that. A bunch of that. I can get a free skill. That's an option. Or I can get Suika and never be delayed. But I'm pretty sure someone else needs that more than me. Not affected by magic resistance. Don't need. Yeah, I mean, Mei Ling would give me a free skill. Better than nothing. Yeah, why not? We'll go get the free skill for Mei Ling. There you go. And your free skill is going to be +1 lore. Alright, well, it's better than nothing. Okay, for Yumiko, well, no, she's in another world. Yuki, she's going to have an encounter at Kirasami Magic Shop. Pass a luck -1 check or lose one of your items in the pile. Discard 1 item of your choice. If you have no items, no encounters occur. Alright, so great. I have +1 luck from Sine and +1 luck from my skill, so that's 4 luck in total. +1 from Voice of Ra, so that's 5 luck. And it's at -1. -1, so I roll 4 dice. I succeed, so I don't lose an item. Okay, next is Otherworld Encounters, so Yumiko, that's all you. So let's go ahead and flip that gate. Those are yellow. That is green. That's the right colors, right? No, it's red and blue. Did I do that right before? Yes, I did. Alright, so I'm looking for red or blue, sorry. There's blue. A hideous monster appears. Alright, another monster, huh? Okay, let's draw a monster. It's a elder thing. When you fail a combat check against an elder thing, you must discard 1 of your weapons or spells if able. Alright, Well, I have -3 to will, so I get to roll a whopping 1 die for this horror check. So let's go ahead and do that right now. Nope, I lose 2 sanity, and now the combat check. It's at +0. I get 6, 11, 16, 17, 18. 18 dice. There are 12 here. It's dead. Alright. So good stuff there. Bad news is I'm kind of getting beat up here. I can go and try to fight. Nope, can't fight that. That's a whole lot of problems, actually. Physical immune, magic resistant, and magic immune. Okay. Yeah, I'll probably have to start upping my will if I'm to try to survive this nonsense. All right, that is all the encounters. So let's go ahead and draw a new mythos. Forest Interior. This is another monster surge. All right. So let's start with the monster surge. There are 1, 2, 3. There are 7 on the board. So what's going to happen is 4 monsters are going to spawn in the outskirts, and it's going to overflow. So this gets returned to the cup, and we get ourselves another terror. We get ourselves a terror level, and we lose a random ally, which is going to be Moko. Okay. Well, that's all of that. Next is movement. None of those move. None of those move. This moves. And that is it. All witches, warlocks in Arkham are returned to the cup. If at least one monster returns to the cup, raise the terror level by 1. There's a witch. There's a warlock. These get returned to the cup. And the terror level goes up another 1. So we get ourselves another terror. We lose another random ally. In this case, we lose Patchouli. And also, we are at terror level 3. So Correndo has closed, and we can no longer go there. Alright, so you can see things are we're kind of losing control here, to say the least. But yeah, that was Black Sabbath. This environment effect is super annoying, because if we ever get lost in space and time, bad things are going to happen to us. But yeah, this is going to be rough. So that's Ren. It's now Ren's turn. I'm trying to finish this, but we're just at this point where everything kind of just comes to a halt. There's not much we can do about it. So for upkeep, nothing for Ren. For Yumiko, I'm going to increase her willpower. Because, yeah, I have to somehow survive that nonsense. It's either that or it's either that, well, yeah, the only option is to fight the Hound. And the Hound's going to wreck me. So, yeah, there's that. I get $2 as Yuki. I get to see if I keep the retainer. I do. And I go ahead and roll to see if I actually do my little spell check thing. So this is at -1, so 6 dice. And I get +1 to all checks because of Voice for All. Alright, there we go. For Akyu, not really anything I need to do with Akyu. Oh, you're delayed, that's right. So, that's it. So next is movement. For Ren's movement, she's just going to go say hi to the, she's going to go say hi to this thing. So I have, it's +1 combat. So I have 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 dice to kill this thing. So here's 10 dice. And it's dead. Okay, that's removed from play. Or taken as a trophy, rather. Next is Yumiko. Her movement is she can go out of gate. So I can either go out the gate and fight the Migo, or I could go out, or sorry, not the Migo. I can either go out and fight 2 Dark Young, which are going to kill me because of Nightmarish, or I could fight the Hound of Tendalos, which is going to kill me through other means. So I have no choice. I'm going to have to fight the Hound of Tendalos. So it's -2 will, or sorry, -2 horror check. And I get +1 from Akio. So that's a total of 2 dice to roll. So I'll roll these 2 dice. And I succeed. Awesome. So now it's a combat check. It's physical immune, but I don't have any physical weapons. And it's at -1. So I get 5, 11, 15, 16, 17. So I roll 16 dice. And I need 2 successes. That was more than enough. Alright, so I killed it. This gate is now explored, but there's not really much else I can do with it. It's Yuki's turn. She's kind of just hanging out at this point. I can try fighting some Dark Young and trying to deal with that nonsense, but I'd rather not. In fact, I'll just hang out here. Actually, I can go shopping here. I'll hang out. Next is Akyu. Akyu becomes undelayed. Next is encounters. Ren's in the streets. Yumiko, she can close this gate, but I'm not going to because I don't want a gate to open. Alright, takes care of all that. Next is Yuki. Yuki's going to have an encounter here at Kirasame Magic Shop. You weed through piles of junk to find something useful. Make a luck -1 check to see what you find. If you pass, you may look at the top cards of both the common and unique item decks. You purchase one. You may purchase one, both, or neither at list price. If you fail, you don't find anything interesting. Alright, at -1, I get, with Voice of Ra, Sune, and my skill, I have 4 dice. So we'll do that, and do that. I got 1 success, so I can look at the top card of the common and unique item decks. So here's the top card of the common item, and here's the top card of the unique item. That's a mission, so I'm just going to discard that and draw the next one. Puzzle box. Exhaust and spend 1 movement to make a luck -1 check. If you pass, gain 1 clue token and lose 1 sanity. If you fail, lose 1 sanity. Yeah, not that great. The other one is a crowbar, and it gives you +2 to combat checks, and if you can discard the crowbar to make a sneak -2 check, draw a common item for each success you roll. If you fail, you are arrested. So yeah, there's that. I will spend $4 to get a crowbar, just so I can have a weapon. And the rest, and this gets discarded. Okay. And that takes care of all of that. Next is Akyu. Akyu is still at Muenzuka. Shikieki is willing to join you if you are willing to listen to her lecture. If you choose to be delayed, take her ally card. If it's unavailable, she gives you one of the items that has found its way here. Alright, so I will go ahead and become delayed again, because, you know, that's a thing. And I will search and get Shikieki. Gives you +2 to will, and you can claim endless monsters as trophies. So there you go. Not too shabby. Now she has a lot better will. Alright, and that is all the encounters. Oh, sorry, Yumiko had an encounter, which was to, she can close the gate, but I'm not going to. Alright, let's go ahead and draw ourselves another event. That is Misty Lake. Misty Lake is sealed. All monsters in... Oh, sorry, I have to move monsters first. This moves here. And that is it. All monsters in Western Gensokyo are returned to the cup because Reimu goes to work. But Western Gensokyo is all the way up here, and there are no monsters there. Okay, takes care of that. Turn goes to Yumiko. Alright, Yumiko is here. For her upkeep, there's nothing I need to worry about. Yuki, she gets $2. And I'll roll to see if I keep my thing. I do. Next, I will roll 6 dice. See if I get Voice of Ra. I do. And next is Akyu. Akyu is just going to hang out. And Ren is going to hang out as well. Okay. Next is movement. Yumiko is going to go get her sanity healed. Alright, next is Yuki. Yuki is just going to hang out. Yep, she's just going to hang out still. Just keep collecting items for everybody. And then Akyu is going to become undelayed. And then for Ren, she's going to fight this Miko. It's at -1 horror check. I get +2 horror because of Hina, and I get +1 because of Akyu. So essentially, I roll 4 dice. 4 dice. I succeed. No horror was lost. And then a combat check at +0. I have 5 fight, 4 from martial arts, so that's 9, and then 4 from Hina and Mei Ling, so that's 13 dice. I will just roll these. Success. When this thing gets killed, you don't get it as a trophy. Instead, it gets returned to the box, and you get a free unique item. So here's our free unique item. An Elder Sign. That's what we need. that is exactly what we need. So this is an actual Elder Sign, not just a parchment. When sealing a gate, lose 1 stamina and 1 sanity to return this card to the box. You do not need to make a skill check or spend any clue tokens to seal the gate. In addition, remove 1 Doom token from the Ancient One's Doom track. This is perfect. I'll just go to another dimension and get this nonsense done with. Alright, awesome. That's great. That's end of movement. Next is Yumiko. Yumiko's going to spend $2, get her sanity back. Yuki's going to have another encounter. Examine a fragile artifact. It slips out of your hands. Pass a speed -1 check to catch it, or Marissa makes you pay $3 for it. If you fail to catch it and you don't have $3, move to the streets. Alright, speed -1. I have 4 speed, +1 from Sine, and then +1 from Voice of Ra. So that's 6, and -1, so 5 dice. So let's roll 5 dice, and we catch it. So nothing happens. Next is Akyu. Akyu's going to have an encounter again. Muenzuka. It is easier to reach the dead here, and in doing so, you can learn things that can help you or hinder you. Make a will -1 check. If you pass, gain 2 clue tokens. This is dead whisper of things to come. If you fail, the whispers send a icy chill down your spine, lose 2 sanity. Okay, will -1. This is not a horror check. This is just a will check, so I just get 2 will and +2 will from Shikieki, so I can roll 3 dice. Success, I get, what was it, 2 clue tokens? Yep, 2 clue tokens. So I now have a bunch of clue tokens. Okay, and the last is Ren. She was in the streets. Okay, so next is another mythos. Hakogira Koru, that is stable, so we don't have to worry about that. And then we get the Moon's move and the Plus Signs move, but there's none of those. But this environment effect called Relentless Doom. While this card is in play, monster surges cause 1 Doom token to be added to the Ancient One's Doom track. So this is bad, because if we get a monster surge, medicine's going to awaken anyway. So there's not much we can do about that. So yeah, that's going to be great. Alright, well, let's see what happens. First things first, Ren gets $2, or sorry, Yuki gets $2, and she gets to keep her retainer. I will go ahead and do the standard skill check to see if I get Voice of Ra. I need to roll 1 more die, but it doesn't matter, I succeeded. And I use Byakuren to go ahead and just get my sanity back. Akyu, nothing for her, nothing for Ren, nothing for Yumiko. Alright, next is movement. There's not really anything I need to do with Yuki, so I will just, I'll just keep hanging out here. Akyu, you can actually get through the gate, so I'll send you through the gate, so you'll fall into another dimension. And Ren, I'll have you go the other direction. I'll have you go through the abyss. There you go, so those two are doing their thing. Yumiko, there's not much you can do. You can try fighting some monsters. Actually, I have 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I have 10, yeah, we definitely have 10 monster trophies. 10 toughness of monster trophies. So I'm actually going to cash these in. Well, actually, sorry, I need to move. So let's do that first. Move. I want to send you to Muenzuka. Alright, next is encounters. Yuki is going to have another magic shop. Marissa is trying to get rid of some of the junk she just collected. Turn over the top 2 common item cards and the top 2 unique item cards. Any player may buy 1 or more of these cards with a list price. If there's a disagreement over who gets to buy a card, you decide. Discard any unsold items. So it says any player, so we'll go ahead and reveal 2 common items. Handcuffs. That thing, and that thing. Okay. Handcuffs is, it lets you, you can automatically pass a combat check against essentially humanoid creatures and get automatically pass it and get a sanity back. Director's Diary is you can discard this when the terror level increases to reduce the amount by which it is increased by 1. You can use this to exhaust before making any evade, horror, spell, or combat check to gain +1 to that check. That's not bad. And then the Ruby of Relie, which gives you +3 movement. No one can really afford much of this. Akyu can buy 1 thing, She could buy the cryptozoology thing, and that's about it. So yeah, but honestly, I could probably give that to this cryptozoology. I'll go ahead and spend the $4 and have Yuki buy that. So there you go. And then the rest of these cards get discarded, I think. Yeah, these get all discarded. There's that, and there's that. Okay, so that's her encounter. Akyu is an Otherworld, Rin's an Otherworld, Yumiko. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to spend the 10 toughness of monsters to get the assistant to the Yama card. And I'll show that card off. So there's that. Assistant to the Yama is right here. During every upkeep I get $1, and I can get the Rod of Remorse and the Fairy Ride cards as well. So I will go ahead and grab those. There's the Fairy Ride, and this is not the Fairy, and then this, which is a Rod of Remorse is a one-handed weapon that gives +3 to combat checks, and it's considered neither physical or magical, and it can't be lost unless I allow it. So Yumiko now has her 4th weapon, which is great. The Fairy Ride allows her to go to any location she wants instead of normal movement, but every time she does combat or comes back from Otherworld, she has to roll a die, and if she gets a 1, she loses her ride. But that's about it. For the most part, I usually lose the Fairy Ride very quickly, but the Rod of Remorse and the +1 income is always good. And Yumiko now has 3 weapons, which is awesome, because she can use them all. And this little card here is actually a card that's only for Keen only, so we're not going to worry about that one. Okay, so that was all of that. Next we draw an encounter. Hidden House. This is a monster surge, which is going to cause the Doom track to increase by 1. Alright, so that is that. We have now, Medicine has awakened, so now things are going to change a little bit. We're going to be doing a combat here, but what I'll go ahead and do first is I will go ahead and call this a video, and we will start the final battle with Medicine next time. We were pretty close. We almost were able to seal her completely, but we just got held up. Akyu had some really bad luck, ended up getting lost in space and time, and then we just got stuck because we had no means of we had to get rid of the monsters and all that nonsense, and it got messy very quickly. But if we hadn't gotten this environment card, we could have stalled for a bit longer, and we would have probably won. But now we're gonna have to win the hard way. So, I am the Depressed Eeyore, Gensokyo Horror. See you guys next time.